Now, of course, we come to a film that is easy for me to talk about. This is without doubt my all-time favorite fucking horror movie. And in fact, yeah, it's one I can watch over and over again. John Carpenter's The Thing. I remember seeing this on videotape, and this had the same cover. And I went, man, what the hell, you know? I like John Carpenter. I like Kurt Russell, but you know, what's this about? You know, a guy with lights coming out of his face. But watching it blew my mind. Everybody knows the movie. Knows about how 82 is released like 2 weeks or so after E.T. And everybody loved E.T. They wanted an alien that warmed the heart, while this is the alien that made you puke. And just extremely hated, bitched at. They called John Carpenter a pornographer of violence. Just harsh fucking reviews. And it got John Carpenter sort of beaten down to sort of go back to more independent fare. Like, I think after this, I know he did Starman, but I know he also did more lower budget films like They Live and Prince of Darkness. But it pisses me off that happened. Nowadays it has a cult following, considered by many to be a classic in the sci-fi and horror genre. John Carpenter's The Thing is classic. It's my favorite horror film for so many reasons. First off, it has an excellent story, excellent location of, the outpost in Antarctica. It's cold, it's dreary, it's depressing, you're shut out and you can't go far, and it's claustrophobic setting. I always like movies with claustrophobic settings, like Alien, Saw in Precinct 13, even comedies like Clerks. That one enclosed setting. Dawn of the Dead, enclosed setting, just the mall. Even though that's kind of cheap because they go a lot of places, but mainly it's that mall. But the cast, I don't think there's a bad actor in this movie. Kurt Russell is McCready. He's strong, he's capable, but he's not like I'm superhero man. He's a helicopter pilot. He wants to do his own. He's sort of just dragged into being the leader. And just from T.K. Carter as the cook, Keith David as one of the two final guys, Wilford Brimley, David Clennon. Just so many likable actors, and they have the little bits of humor, like David Clennon talking about chariots of the gods or whatever, and Wilford Brimley, when he finds out what's happened, it's like he's smashing the fucking machines. They know what we are. I kill you. And like when they later on they put him in this outpost or this little shed to keep him away, and they open this to see how he's doing, and there's a fucking noose hanging in the fucking shed. Well, that's an odd thing. There's a fucking noose hanging there. Watch plot, do you hear me? I'm going all over the place, but I love this fucking movie. The idea of this 12-man research team in Antarctica. One day this dog comes and they're shooting at this dog, these Norwegians, and they're like, why are they doing this? And they're getting shot at themselves, and they have to kill one of them, and the other blew himself up. They take the dog in, and of course the dog, we already know now, is this alien life form that will mimic you perfectly. So it's this great paranoia of who is human, who's not. How do I know if you're human? If I'm the Thing, have I mimicked myself so perfectly that I myself will believe that maybe I'm human? Like, that's the thing with the Thing. Does the Thing mimic you so perfectly that even you, as a Thing, you doubt and wonder, am I human or not? Does it mimic you that perfectly? And just at the last minute, maybe this instinct kicks into high gear or something. And it leads to a lot of great suspense. I first saw this movie, it was very suspenseful. Even to this day, repeated viewings, once again, John Carpenter knows how to handle that fucking camera. And I believe this is Dean Cundy, who he uses a lot. Like, there's a scene, it shows it perfectly, where they've ordered Keith David to be on the lookout, and they're going to go to Wilford Brimley to do the blood test scene, which is an excellent scene of paranoia and suspense. You know, the blood test scene. You know, we don't find out who's the thing, and I'll get to that in a minute. But what I'm getting at is, after that, they're going to check out and test Wilford Brimley. A little bit later, they're going down the hallway. The camera goes down, goes slowly around. The door is open. Keith David is gone. You just hear the wind blowing, and you have that creepy music by Ennio Morricone, which, listen to it, John Carpenter had to have a touch in it. He had to have had a touch in the score. But that perfect, that doo-doo, so simple and subtle, and it works fucking perfectly. Ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. Awesome thing, main thing. And again, it's oh shit, where's Keith David? Did he see something and that's why he went out? Is he the thing? Is he human? You don't know. But I was talking about the blood test scene where it's like this allegory of AIDS. Like, think about it, 82, that's probably when the start of people hearing this idea of what's AIDS. It's this disease that is in your blood, or you get infected with, and you don't know who has it and who doesn't have it, because it's a new thing. We don't know what the fuck it is. And the only way you can know is by doing a blood test. Sounds a lot like The Thing. I like that idea put in there. And again, it works on story, it works on acting and performances. There's not much humor, doesn't need it, but when it hits, it's really funny. You know, Kurt Russell pissed off at the game, pouring his vodka, whatever, J&D whiskey, that's what it is, and says, cheating bitch. Or like when Kurt Russell is in the helicopter, he has the big ass fucking sombrero hat. Or, you know, he keeps calling them Swedish. It's like, they're not Swedish, Mac, they're Norwegians. And there's a big fucking transformation scene. All this shit happens. You see the scene skittering, and David Clayton goes, you gotta be fucking kidding. Or the other guy, Donald Moffat, they do the blood test and he's the last one. They find out he's human. He's like, I know you men have been through a tough time, but when you get the time, I don't want to be tied to the rest of the winter to this fucking couch. I know I fucked up, but the way he delivered it was funnier than hell. Speaking of transformation, like I said, yeah, little bits of humor that work perfectly. Because the rest of the film is very tension-filled, but the little bits of humor work even better. Acting, performance, score, location, story, the effects by Bottin. I swear, in my opinion, those are the best special effects I have ever seen in my fucking life. That is a bold statement, and I'm willing to do it. I will drink to it. It is fucking fantastic what Rob Bottin did. And even I know, like, the best scene, of course, is when, and I know, like, before, like, there was this scene with the dogs, and actually Stan Winston, Rob Bottin was having problems with all the other shit. Stan Winston, who was actually on this documentary, which was cool, awesome 80-minute documentary, and an awesome commentary by John Carpenter Russell. Must buy for any fan. You probably already have it. I know there's another one with a different cover, but I think it's the same DVD, it's just a different cover. But like the first time they did the scene where they're doing the paddles, and it goes in, like the stomach opens, chops his arms off, another fucking thing comes, they got blowtorch it, but the head of the other guy rolls down, flips his fucking tongue, spider. David Carter, you gotta be fucking kidding. And I'm going the same thing, you gotta be fucking kidding, this is awesome, how the fuck do they do that?